Have you ever wondered why, despite your best efforts, peace and happiness still feel just out of reach? What if the answer lies not in changing your circumstances, but in changing how you think and react? The great Stoic philosopher Marcus Aurelius once said, "The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts." This powerful truth reminds us that the foundation of our well-being is the mind itself, the lens through which we view everything. Like how the company we keep influences who we become, so too do our thoughts and habits shape our destiny. But beware, hidden in our daily routines might be subtle habits pulling us away from the calm, grounded path of Stoicism. Today, let's embark on a transformative journey together as we uncover 7 anti-Stoic habits that may be quietly undermining your inner peace. More importantly, we'll explore practical ways to break free from these mental traps and reclaim the clarity and strength that Stoicism offers. So are you ready to discover what's holding you back and how to move forward with purpose and resilience? Before we dive in, if you find value in this guide, please like the video. Your support helps spread timeless Stoic wisdom to more seekers of calm and strength. And if you haven't already, hit subscribe and activate the notification bell so you never miss a chance to grow with us. Habit number 1, complaining about things outside your control. Imagine this. You're at a perfect picnic. The sun is shining warmly, the air is filled with laughter and delicious aromas. Suddenly, dark clouds roll in and rain begins to pour. Some people quickly pack up and retreat indoors, disappointed by the unexpected change. But then there are those who find joy in the rain, savoring its fresh scent, appreciating the coolness it brings. And lastly, there are the ones who grumble endlessly about their ruined plans, cursed weather, or spoiled outfits. Sound familiar? This habit of complaining about things beyond our control is a classic pitfall that Stoicism warns us against. Life, like weather, is inherently unpredictable. We simply cannot dictate the whims of fate, but what we can control is our reaction. Complaining is more than just harmless venting. It's a wasteful, energy-draining habit that traps us in negativity and robs us of peace. Consider the workplace scenario. We all know colleagues who constantly lament decisions from management or changes in policy. Rather than adapting and finding ways to thrive under new conditions, they cling to dissatisfaction. This doesn't just affect their own productivity and morale, it spreads like a shadow, darkening the atmosphere for everyone nearby. The Stoic philosopher Epictetus gives us a powerful tool here. Whenever faced with adversity, ask yourself, is this within my control or not? If the answer is no, why waste energy complaining? Instead, shift your focus inward. How can I adapt? What lessons can I learn from this challenge? This mindset shift reclaims your power and preserves your inner calm, a sanctuary untouched by external chaos, no matter how wild it may be. Habit number 2, seeking external validation. Now picture this: you've poured weeks of effort into a project, late nights, countless revisions, your heart and soul invested. The work is complete, yet instead of feeling satisfied, you find yourself anxiously checking for likes, comments, or any form of recognition on social media. Or imagine buying a new outfit that truly makes you feel confident, but instead of wearing it for you, you wait for others' compliments to justify your choice. In our hyper-connected digital age, this craving for external validation is stronger than ever. Social media platforms thrive by tapping into our deep human need for approval and affirmation. But here's the danger: when your self-worth depends on fleeting numbers, likes, followers, shares, you're building your identity on a shaky foundation. These metrics are often influenced by unpredictable factors, algorithms, or even the moods of strangers. This creates a volatile emotional roller coaster. One day you're on top of the world, basking in praise. The next you're plunged into doubt or hurt by criticism or silence. It's exhausting and unsustainable. True confidence and inner peace come from within, not from others' fleeting opinions. The Stoic way: focus on what you control, your effort, your values, your character. Find fulfillment in the work itself and the growth it brings, rather than in external applause. As Marcus Aurelius advised, if you are distressed by anything external, the pain is not due to the thing itself, but to your estimate of it. And this you have the power to revoke at any moment. Revoke the power you give to outside validation and watch your self-esteem stabilize and soar. The Stoic approach to validation flips the script entirely. Instead of seeking approval from others, Stoicism teaches us to anchor our self-worth firmly within, grounded in our virtues, actions, and personal growth. As the wise Epictetus said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." This profound idea means that the true measure of your value isn't in the praise or criticism showered upon you by the outside world, but in how you evaluate and feel about your own choices and behavior. So next time you catch yourself craving external validation, pause. Ask yourself, why do I need this? Am I truly proud of what I've done? If the answer is yes, then that should be enough to satisfy your spirit. Feedback can indeed be a useful tool for growth, but your core self-worth should always come from within, rooted deeply in your intentions, your integrity, and the authentic effort you put forth. Let go of the ever-changing opinions around you and watch how your confidence transforms from fragile to unshakable. Habit number 3, being a slave to your emotions. Picture a familiar scene. You're at a family gathering surrounded by people you care about. Suddenly, a relative makes a passing comment, maybe unintentionally, about a recent decision you made, be it a new job, a relationship, or a lifestyle change. The words sting. You feel a flood of emotions rise inside: anger, defensiveness, sadness. Before you even think, you lash out with a sharp retort, creating tension and discomfort for everyone. Was that the best response? One was sure. Probably not. This scenario highlights a common struggle being overtaken by emotions. Emotions themselves are neutral. They are natural human signals that give us insight into our mental state and how we interpret the world around us. But allowing emotions to hijack our actions unchecked often leads to regret, damaged relationships, and inner turmoil. Stoicism teaches a powerful truth. We cannot always control the initial emotional reaction, but we do have control over how we respond to it. Marcus Aurelius captures this perfectly when he says, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." This means that while you may feel anger or sadness rise spontaneously, you have the power to choose your next step. So the next time you feel overwhelmed by an emotional surge, whether triggered by a comment, a workplace challenge, or any stressor, pause. Take a deep breath. Ask yourself, is my immediate reaction the wisest? Will it lead to peace or chaos? This moment of reflection allows you to act thoughtfully, aligning your response with your values instead of impulsive feelings. Cultivating this pause strengthens emotional resilience, helping you navigate life's ups and downs with calmness and clarity. It's not about suppressing emotions, but about mastering them, transforming raw feelings into deliberate, wise actions. Habit number 4, the pursuit of excessive pleasure. Now imagine walking into a grand feast. The table overflows with sumptuous dishes, rich desserts, and an endless stream of fine drinks. The temptation to indulge freely is overwhelming. You eat and drink to your heart's content, chasing the thrill of pleasure. But as the evening wears on, that initial delight is often replaced by discomfort, sluggishness, or even regret. This is the classic trap of excessive pleasure, a pursuit that promises happiness but often delivers the opposite. Life offers many pleasures, and there's nothing wrong with enjoying them in moderation. But when pleasure becomes a constant chase, an addiction, or a distraction, it can pull you away from the calm, balanced life Stoicism encourages. The Stoics warn us against becoming slaves to fleeting pleasures because such indulgence leads to dependency and ultimately dissatisfaction. True contentment is not found in excess, but in self-control and moderation. It's about appreciating what you have without constantly seeking more, knowing that lasting happiness springs from within, not from external indulgences. Life offers us a multitude of pleasures, from the rich flavors of delicious food to luxurious experiences that dazzle the senses. Enjoying these moments is undeniably part of the human experience, a celebration of life's richness. But here lies the subtle danger: becoming entrapped in a cycle of constantly chasing more and more. The fleeting joy these pleasures provide often masks a deeper emptiness, diverting us from seeking meaningful, lasting contentment. Seneca, one of the greatest Stoic thinkers, famously reminded us that slavery resides under marble and gold. This striking image reveals an ironic truth: being overly attached to material pleasures, despite their allure, actually restricts our freedom. Instead of liberating us, such attachments bind us to a treadmill of endless desire forever chasing the next source of fleeting happiness. Take, for example, the modern fascination with technology. The excitement of purchasing the latest smartphone is real, but how long does that thrill last? Usually just until the next model is announced, reigniting the craving cycle all over again. Similarly, binge-watching TV shows can be entertaining in the moment, but does it offer lasting fulfillment? Or is it merely a temporary escape from life's deeper questions? The Stoic antidote is simple yet profound: cultivate moderation. Before diving headlong into your next indulgence, pause and ask yourself, is this adding real value to my life, or am I just chasing a temporary high? This moment of introspection helps you distinguish between what truly enriches your existence and what merely numbs or distracts. When your desires align with long-term well-being rather than transient pleasures, you open the door to a deeper, more sustained joy and fulfillment. Habit number 5, living in the past. Imagine sitting peacefully on your porch, the sky painted with the colors of a beautiful sunset. Instead of soaking in the moment, your mind drifts miles away, tangled in memories of past mistakes, missed opportunities, or people you once knew. Everyone occasionally reminisces, but when you get anchored in the past, it prevents you from fully living in the present. Dwelling on past events, especially those filled with regret or sorrow, is like carrying a heavy backpack on your life journey. It weighs you down, slows you, and blinds you to the beauty and opportunities unfolding right now. Each time you replay a painful memory, you give it power, allowing it to occupy precious mental space that could otherwise be dedicated to the present moment. Epictetus, another great Stoic, insightfully said, "Men are disturbed not by things but by the views which they take of them." This means that much of our suffering doesn't come from past events themselves, but from the way we continue to interpret and obsess over them. Consider the story of two old friends reuniting after many years. One laments over lost chances and broken relationships trapped in the shadows of yesterday. The other speaks with gratitude for lessons learned, joy in the present, and excitement for the future. Both have lived through the passage of time, but their perspectives couldn't be more different. To break free from the chains of the past, practice mindfulness. When you notice yourself drifting into old memories, gently bring your focus back to the here and now. Engage in grounding activities, meditation, journaling, or simply taking a mindful walk and observing your surroundings. By treating each day as a new chapter, you free yourself from the shackles of yesterday and begin writing a brighter, more fulfilling story. Habit number 6, obsessing over the future. Picture yourself on a serene beach vacation. The waves lap gently at the shore, a soft breeze brushes your skin, and the horizon stretches endlessly. But instead of enjoying this perfect moment, your mind races with worries about an upcoming work project, a financial decision, or countless unknowns that the future might hold. This constant obsession with the future, anxiously anticipating what might happen, is another common habit that steals our peace. While planning ahead is wise, fixating on the uncertain future breeds fear, stress, and often paralysis. The Stoics remind us that the future is fundamentally unpredictable and beyond our control. The challenge is learning to balance foresight with presence. How can we prepare for tomorrow without losing today? The key lies in focusing on what is within our power, our thoughts, decisions, and actions right now. By grounding ourselves in the present moment, we reduce anxiety and cultivate a resilient mindset, ready to face whatever comes. Thinking about the future, its uncertainties and possibilities, is completely natural. After all, planning helps us prepare and navigate life's challenges. But when this concern becomes an all-consuming fixation, it can steal away the joy and richness of the present moment. Imagine standing at the base of a towering mountain, your gaze fixed only on the distant peak. While focused solely on reaching the summit, you fail to appreciate the path beneath your feet, the small steps, the sights, and the growth along the way. This fixation on what-ifs and hypothetical futures traps you in a restless, anxious state, feeling unmoored from the here and now. Marcus Aurelius, the Stoic emperor, advised, "Never let the future disturb you. You will meet it if you have to, with the same weapons of reason which today arm you against the present." This insight reminds us that no amount of worry can alter what's to come. Instead, what truly matters is how we prepare and respond in the present moment. Consider two students facing a major exam. One is consumed by anxious thoughts of failure and all the worst-case scenarios. The other focuses fully on studying and preparing, doing their best today. Both know the challenge lies ahead, but their mental states couldn't be more different, one trapped in fear, the other empowered by presence. To break free from this cycle of future anxiety, ground yourself firmly in the present whenever you feel your mind drifting. Practice mindfulness techniques, deep breathing, sensory focus, or simply paying attention to your surroundings to bring yourself back to now. Remember, while planning for the future is wise, living fully in the present is vital because it's the only moment we truly possess. By balancing awareness of the future with appreciation for the present, you pave the way for a harmonious, fulfilling life journey. Habit number 7, seeking perfection in everything. Imagine hosting a dinner party at your home. The guests laugh, the ambiance is warm, and the food is delicious. Yet instead of enjoying these moments, your mind fixates on a dish that's slightly oversalted or a tiny imperfection in the table setting. This relentless pursuit of perfection, especially in the smallest details, can cast a dark shadow over even the most joyful occasions. In today's world, amplified by social media's barrage of flawless images, the pressure to achieve perfection in every area, flawless appearance, ideal relationships, dream jobs, immaculate homes, feels relentless. This quest for perfection often becomes a treadmill that never stops, always running, but never reaching the desired destination. Seneca wisely noted, "To wish for perfection is a sure way to become unhappy." This Stoic insight reveals that perfection is elusive, often unattainable. Chasing it relentlessly leads to chronic dissatisfaction, frustration, and even burnout. Think of a renowned artist working on a masterpiece. If paralyzed by the need for absolute perfection, they might never finish a single work. Instead, they embrace that beauty often lies in imperfections and that the whole creation matters more than minute flaws. To escape this perfectionist trap, learn to embrace the concept of good enough. This doesn't mean settling for mediocrity, but recognizing the difference between striving for excellence and obsessing over unattainable perfection. Celebrate your achievements, no matter how small, and accept the inherent imperfections of being human. When you feel perfectionism creeping in, pause and ask yourself, is this truly important? Will this matter in a week, a month, or a year? Often you'll find that the pressure dissolves, replaced by a liberating sense of peace and acceptance. Wrapping up habit number 7, embracing imperfection and celebrating progress. Perfection and excellence are not one and the same. While striving for excellence pushes us forward, chasing perfection can trap us in endless dissatisfaction. Celebrate every achievement, no matter how small, and learn to embrace the beautiful imperfections that come with being human. When you notice yourself slipping into perfectionist tendencies, take a deliberate step back and ask, is this truly important? Will this matter in a week, a month, or a year? By reframing your perspective and focusing on the bigger picture, you can liberate yourself from the heavy chains of perfectionism and cultivate a more balanced, contented life. Outro reflection and invitation to grow. Reflecting on the wisdom of the Stoic sages. One truth stands clear: self-awareness and introspection are the foundation of a balanced and resilient life. As we've journeyed together through these 7 anti-Stoic habits today, I hope you've gained valuable insights to guide and refine your own path. Remember, Stoicism isn't about perfection, it's about progress and perspective. So take a moment to honestly ask yourself, are you a victim of any of these habits? How might you course correct and grow? I warmly invite you to share your reflections and experiences in the comments below. Which habit resonated with you the most? Have you encountered others that challenge your Stoic journey? Let's create a vibrant space for discussion, mutual support, and growth. Thank you for joining me on this exploration. Until our next journey, may you find serenity and strength through the Stoic way.